What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great October. Today I'm at Evansville's 104th annual West Side Nut Club, and we're going to be reviewing a lot of unique and various foods around this area. So what exactly is Evansville's West Side Nut Club? Well, I will show you. So the Evansville West Side Nut Club is a festival located on Franklin Street in Evansville. It consists of crazy rides, fun games, delicious food, and so much more. The origins of this festival date back to 1921, where businessmen held an annual Halloween festival and decided they wanted to improve their community. In the 40s and 50s, important elements like carnival rides, food booths, and live entertainment were introduced, and the half-pot drawing became a part of the tradition since 2019. As of today, the Evansville West Side Nut Club attracts over 200,000 people every year and is considered the second largest street festival in the US. Now it's time to begin the food review. Alright guys, we got our first item of the day here, and it is a donut bank burger. Let's go ahead and open it up. See if I can get the bottom off here. Alright, so far it doesn't look that bad, but let's see how it tastes. This is amazing. Like, I'm not even joking. This is awesome. So that burger costed about $7. So presentation wise, I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. Price, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10 as well. And for the taste, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. All right, guys, our next item right here is gonna be this Mexican street corn. Honestly, it looks pretty good. Let's see how it tastes. Pretty good. Now for the rating, the presentation gets a 7 out of 10, the price gets an 8 out of 10, and the taste gets a 7.5 out of 10. Alright guys, our next item is going to be this French dip sandwich. Honestly, it looks wild, but let's see how it tastes. Okay. They also gave me this sauce, so we're gonna try with that. Okay. I just made a mess all over my pants, but this is amazing. Wow. Alright, so the presentation gets a 6 out of 10, the price gets a 6.5 out of 10, and the taste gets an 8.5 out of 10. Alright guys, our next item on the list is gonna be drunken chicken. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Alright. Wow, I love that. It's pretty hot too, and it got like a really big kick to it, and I like all the flavor combos in here. It's really awesome. They also give you a slice of bread to scoop it with as well. Get it on there. Oh yeah. So the presentation gets a 5.5 out of 10, the price gets a 6 out of 10, and the taste gets a 9 out of 10. Alright guys, next up we have this confetti puppy chow. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of lacks a little bit of color, but let's see how it tastes. Pretty good actually. Alright, so the presentation gets a 5 out of 10, the price gets a 6 out of 10, and the taste gets an 8.5 out of 10. Alright guys, the next thing on our list is this Cuban panini. Let's go ahead and open it up. It looks like a burrito, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Bread looks really toasted, as you can see right here. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Pretty good. The cheese on here is really good. All the meats in here, whatever kind of meat's in here, I think it's looks like chicken and ham, but anyways, that's really good, and the buns are toasted. Even though they're a little dark, they're toasted beautifully. So the presentation gets a 7 out of 10, the price gets a 4.5 out of 10, and the taste gets an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, next up is fruit salsa with cinnamon chips. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I heard of fruit salsa, but I never really tasted it before, so I'm pretty excited for this one. Make sure you get a good dip. It smells really good. That is amazing. Probably one of my favorite desserts yet. Oh yeah. I don't know what it is about that fruit salsa and cinnamon chips, but that might be my favorite thing here yet. The presentation gets a 10 out of 10, price gets a 7 out of 10, and the taste gets a 10 out of 10. Alright guys, the next thing on our list is this steak sandwich. It looks a little messy and the bun feels kind of soggy, but it looks toasted though. Let's see how it tastes. Very hard too. Got some onions on my pants. It's a really sloppy mess, but it tastes really nice. Boy, that sandwich sure was messy, but it also tasted awesome. The presentation gets a 6 out of 10, the price gets a 5 out of 10, and the taste gets a 10 out of 10. Alright guys, the next thing we got here is this humongous monster ear. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. Whoa. Looks very sticky, not gonna lie. See if I can even eat this. Look at how big this looks. Oh, it's so hot. Well, I'm kidding. It's not that hot. It's just a little warm. Got a lot of syrup on my bottom lip. This is a big mess. I mean, look at this. Look at all that drippy syrup on there. Wow. That was one big and messy monster ear, but I love the flavor of that. The presentation gets, let me think, a 6 out of 10. The price gets a 6 out of 10, and the taste gets an 8 out of 10. All right, here's our next item. This is a chicken and waffle sandwich. And it looks like it has powdered sugar on there. This might actually be pretty good. All right, chicken waffle sandwich going in. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love the combination of sweet and savory on this one. The presentation gets an 8 out of 10, the price gets a 5 out of 10, and the taste gets a 9 out of 10. Alright, it's time for the next one. This, my friends, is a haystack. Kind of looks like a taco bowl, but I'm gonna mix it up. I hear some crunchy sounds. I can tell this could be good. Alright, here we go. Reminds me of eating tacos. I promise you, if you love tacos, you're gonna love this. The presentation gets an 8 out of 10, the price gets a 6 out of 10, and the taste gets a 9 out of 10. Alright, time for the next dish. This is a buffalo mac and cheese that has ranch on it. Actually, it's a pizza macaroni and cheese and it has ranch and buffalo on it. I'm gonna get some of this on here. Let me get a good bite. All right, here we go. Wow, I love that. This is awesome. No wonder this macaroni and cheese got an award. The presentation gets a 10 out of 10, the price gets a 6 out of 10, and the taste gets a 10 out of 10. All right, guys, this one's gonna be a special one. What I got here is a brain sandwich. Yeah, this is actually a brain sandwich. Let's see how it tastes. It's really big. I don't know what it is, but it kind of tastes like just batter. Let me eat it again. It's alright. Alright, so I don't know if this is just me, but this kind of tastes like it's just batter. The presentation gets a 7 out of 10, the price gets a 4 out of 10, and the taste also gets a 4 out of 10. Alright guys, here's our next one. This is Dubai chocolate strawberry croissant with white chocolate on top. I don't know if I said that right, but we're gonna try them anyway. So let's see if I can pick this up without making a mess. Let me do it. Let's do it right here. All right, here we go. Pretty good. All right, added some chocolate on here, so let's try it with that. It's really messy right now. That's awesome chocolate. Wow, those are some pretty good sandwiches. No wonder why Dubai chocolate was so popular. The presentation gets a 9 out of 10, the price gets a 4 out of 10, and the taste gets a 10 out of 10. All right, guys, here's our last bit of food for this video. We got deep fried Oreos. Can't wait to see how these taste. Here we go. It's pretty good, I can't lie. Now, those Oreos were a pretty good way to end off the day. The presentation gets a 6 out of 10, the price gets a 9 out of 10, and the taste gets a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to rank them. In last place, we have the Brain Sandwich. This one really disappointed me a lot because it tasted a lot more like batter than brain. In 14th place, we have the Dubai Chocolate Croissant Sandwiches. Don't get me wrong, I love those sandwiches. Everything down from the white chocolate drizzle, the addition of strawberries, and the syringe of extra chocolate along with the crunchy croissant makes a perfect bite. But I'm not paying $10 for 2 slider-sized sandwiches. In 13th place, we have the Monster Ear. It was a giant sticky mess, but I like the taste of that dough. The combination of maple syrup and cinnamon worked really well together, but in my opinion, I feel like something that big costing $5 just feels wrong to me. In 12th place, we have the Cuban Panini. A great tasting sandwich with a satisfying crunch and a beautiful flavor all throughout, but once again, too pricey. In 11th place, we have the Confetti Puppy Chow. I love a lot of confetti flavored things, and it had a really satisfying flavor. I just wish it had more color so it looked more appealing. In 10th place, we have the French Dip Sandwich. It's not bad, but it's not the best thing on the planet. The beef is nice and moist, the sauce helps with the flavor, but overall it's just a standard roast beef sandwich. I honestly wish they would have an option where you can add grilled onions because that would really help balance the flavor. In 9th place, we have the Donut Burger. The combination of sweet and savory is great, but I feel like the burger patty could use at least a little seasoning to help out with the flavor a little bit. In 8th place, we have the Chicken and Waffle Sandwich. Another bit of sweet and savory food, but this time with a slight crunch. However, it's another one of these foods that are quote-unquote too pricey. In 7th place, we have the Haystack. Crunchy, cheesy, and the taco meat and sauce are both good. It also reminds me of eating tacos at home as well. In 6th place, we have deep fried Oreos. It's exactly what I was expecting. The flavor is out of this world. However, I kind of wish it had more of a crunch and less powdered sugar, but I still think they were pretty good. In 5th place, we have Drunken Chicken. I love the spices they use for the chicken. It also gives off a little spicy kick, which I love even more. In 4th place, we have elote / Mexican street corn. After eating this, I never want to go back to regular plain old corn ever again. The spices and Parmesan cheese work perfectly together. I just love how creative people are nowadays. In 3rd place, we have the Steak Sandwich. Juicy, sweet, savory, almost anything you can think of to describe this sandwich as perfectly amazing. Even though the sandwich is a little soggy and a little overpriced, it's still one of the best. In 2nd place, we have fruit salsa with cinnamon chips. This is one of my favorites for 3 reasons. The fruit salsa is refreshing, the flavor of the cinnamon chips is outstanding, and the crunch is so satisfying. And finally, in 1st place, we have the Pizza Buffalo Mac and Cheese. The combination of pizza ingredients, buffalo sauce, ranch, along with a perfectly creamy mac and cheese works so well together, just like magic. I don't even care how expensive this is. Every single ingredient in here is perfect. So yeah, that concludes my ratings for all the different foods I tried at the 104th Evansville West Side Nut Club. If you guys have tried any of these foods or tried any other food, feel free to share about your experience in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.